Hi, I'm Mayor Smylie, and I'm going to answer some angry posts. As members of council, we often get questions via email, online, in person, and we're always happy to answer your questions. But sometimes we see that there's questions and comments on the local rant and rave page that we don't have the opportunity to answer. So Councillor Gallagher is here with me today, and he's pulled off a few that he would like to share the answers with the public at large. So Brian, what do you have for me today?
Okay, our first one here is from Karen. She says, just received the next water/utility bill in the mail. This increase is going to add to it. It's totally unacceptable. We already pay too much. What can we do about it? Leave Wabamun? I would like the village to respond and justify the increase. Drinking water is a necessity.
All right. Well, thank you. That was Karen?
Karen,
Yes. Okay. Well, thanks, Karen, and thank you for asking the question. I would like to point out that if you would like a answer from council or from the village, to contact us directly. We do have a village office, wonderful staff here that's willing and hoping to answer your questions, and as well as a council that is more than willing to answer your questions. So if you just email or call us directly, we'd be more happy to answer your questions. But that being said, like I said, we did pull these off, so I wanted to answer them. So our water rates, yes, they have increased, and nobody likes to increase water rates. Nobody likes to pay more in water. If you look across the province, water rates are increasing across the board. Wabamun is a member of the Wild Water Commission. Those costs have increased as well, but we wanted to ensure that our utilities cover the entire cost of utilities. Full cost recovery is what we call it. This is actually a really good governance practice. It is recommended for municipal affairs, and it helps us to ensure sustainability. It wasn't that long ago that we were losing hundreds of thousands of dollars in our water rates, and we were covering those with our reserve fund. And as a council, we decided that that wasn't a very healthy thing to do for our accounting and for our village. So we went to full cost accounting. It would be like using your savings account to help pay your water bill. And you wouldn't do that in your house, and it's not something I would encourage anyone to do in their municipality.
Okay, our next one here is from Grant. He says, I was told Wabamun has its own water treatment plant, and all the water we need is right in our backyard. I think he means the lake. Can we not look at treating our own water and supplying it to Wabamun and its residents?
You know, that's a great question, and I couldn't agree with you more. We have a big, beautiful lake. We have a high water table. You think we'd have all the water that we want. But unfortunately, you do have to get permission from the province in order to pull water from a well. And a little over a decade ago, we joined the Wild Water Commission. So we are a member of this commission. It is now legislated, and the Alberta government does not give us rights to pull water from the wells for sale. And we are part of this commission. So that is where we get our water now.
Okay, the next one here, I'm not going to say who it's from because there's a lot of cursing in it, but I'll just paraphrase it. They just want to know why we built the Wabamun Common and why we spent our tax money on that.
Okay, well, good question. And, you know, I've been getting a lot of questions about Wabamun Common, so I'd just like to clarify a few things. We did not use any tax dollars for Wabamun Common. When Trans Mountain was planning to bring the line through, and actually they've started some construction on the Trans Mountain pipeline already, we received some dollars, $125,000 in fact, as a legacy project to build something in our community. So we used the Trans Mountain dollars as well as $125,000 from there, just under $30,000 from the seniors, and about another $200,000 from an Alberta grant called the MSI fund. And we did that to help clean up our space. You know, Wabamun Common really improves visitor and public amenities. We are transitioning from a one-horse town, so to speak, from a coal community into a tourism community. And so in order to do that, we really wanted to improve, the look and the feel of our community. It also links, another part of that project was the sidewalk that links our waterfront park to our downtown core to create, more of a safe and pleasant place to walk and visit. So no tax monies were used, and I don't know about you, but I think it sure makes the area look a lot prettier than that mud pit did.
Right on. This will be our last one for now. It comes from Steven. I'm just going to read it the way it's put.
Okay.
They're trying to cover covered their costs from Osprey project. They effed up good. Did anyone know we are started a gas station in town right by school?
Okay, well, there's a little bit to unpack there with the Osprey. I think this was in relation on there's quite a long thread did notice about our water rates. So our water rates are really irrelevant to what's been going on in Osprey. And yes, the village council did decide to invest some of our reserve fund into Osprey because we know we need to grow our community, increase that tax base, and to have more people in town that go to our school, shop at our stores, to build a healthier, more complete community. And the other part was about the gas station.
Yes.
Yes, so you might have seen that we just did a groundbreaking for a new gas station. It was a local family that's already very active in town that purchased that piece of land and that is right next to the school. Those lots right there, they're all zoned commercial, so gas stations do fall under that. So it's a great spot for a gas station right there. Is there anything else I missed in that one?
Gas station, school. Nope, that's it.
I think that's it. Well, anyway, I think those are all the questions we're going to answer for today. If you have a hot burning question that you would like answered, feel free to email myself or the village office, and maybe next time we do a Q&A period, then we'll answer your question online. But please feel free to contact us directly, and if you want your questions answered, that's the best way to do it, because rant and rave pages and personal pages just aren't something that we spend a lot of time on. All right, well, thank you, and have a great weekend, everyone.